For years, everyone has wanted to know who killed Tupac and Biggie. The rappers, loved ones, friends, family, hip-hop fans, everyone's, wanted to know this. There's been so many theories put out there, documentaries, movies, books, all kinds of stuff. Podcasts dedicated strictly to trying to uncover the truth. And I don't know if everyone has seen in the news and the headlines, it's been breaking, FBI agent or ex-FBI agent and filmmaker, claim they know the truth as to who killed Biggie Smalls, that they have the documents to back it up, the reports, and that they demand that the investigation be opened back up, which it officially remains open, the Biggie Smalls murder investigation, but they demand it be, actively pursued and justice happen for once and all, and a killer be arrested. Now, who we're talking about is ex-FBI agent Phil Carson and filmmaker Don Sikorsky. Don, is behind the City of Lies movie that starred Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker, and just was back in the news being discussed, trending topics again recently, as the movie originally, was completed and was to come out a couple of years ago, aired at film festivals, but then there was delays, which was, very odd to a lot of people. But, the word is it wasn't anything to deal with any kind of conspiracies or anything behind the deaths of Biggie or Pac, that it was indeed something to do with lawsuits and stuff going on with the motion picture companies, as Johnny Depp was, there were some allegations that surfaced against him. That's a whole nother discussion, a whole nother video. Comment below if you, would like me to cover that further. But I'm sure, and also comment if you have seen City of Lies. As you know, it got shelved and didn't come out back when it originally was supposed to. You may have seen it now as it is out now, but I'm just saying, comment if you've seen it now or you've seen it back then when it was shelved, as it did leak out to the internet, which I gotta point out was hard to find. If it was up on a YouTube channel, you could rest assured that it probably wouldn't be there in a day or so. If there was a website that you go to watch your favorite shows and movies online, it may not be there in a day or so. It really was hard to consistently find a spot to watch that movie. But what Phil Carson and Don Sikorsky, claim to be true is that Amir Muhammad, who was indeed a suspect but was never charged or anything like that, and today is known as Harry Billups. He's 61 currently and is a real estate agent, I believe, is the killer, and that he was helped to carry out the killing and everything by LAPD officers. And in every theory that we've heard, I'm sure you've heard before that there was crooked LAPD officers involved. Now, they also claim that the hit was indeed financed by Suge Knight, but they claim that Diddy was the actual target. Now, they say, Suge financed the hit, and there's an accountant that had ties to death row that covered the financial side of things. And like I said, they claim that they have FBI reports that back all this. But I don't know. Will we ever see those? Will we ever know the information that's in these FBI reports? I don't know. I'm not saying they're wrong or they're right. I'm just kind of trying to go over everything with a fine-tooth comb on my end as good as I can on my J Coffee Talk, media-ish. You feel me? Now, some of the things when I wonder when they're claiming they have these reports and everything is what kind of pertinent information do they really have? Because Phil Carson is claiming that, he had some files together, and when he tried to bring it forth to the LAPD or to the U.S. attorney, it was always kind of shot down, and the investigation was stalled out more or less because the LAPD didn't want, to admit that there was crooked officers on their watch participating in this kind of stuff, as their reputation has been damaged, dating back to the Rampart scandal, the beating of Rodney King, and rest in peace, Rodney King, and everything else, that's happened. LAPD has had all kinds of corruptions going on over the years. But when I'm saying I'm wondering what's in those reports, I'm wondering, is he just saying that he has the report that he put together and took to the LAPD and to the U.S. attorney, or does he have other information, that's pertinent out there? We really don't know. We're just hearing there's federal FBI case files to back up what he's saying, but, we really got to think about that. They also claim at one point in time that the LAPD actually was investigating some officers for taking part in this murder, as Amir Muhammad was a person of interest, and he's saying the LAPD was looking into him, and David Mack, a former police officer who, I'm sure you guys may have heard of him one way or another in a lot of documentaries. He's mentioned as the guy that owned the same kind of Impala that was, spotted by witnesses as the car used in commission of the crime. And, he's said to have pictures of him with Suge, throwing up Pyru signs, gang signs, wearing red suits, the Tupac shrine in his garage. That's David Mack. If you guys watch the Unsolved Murders of Biggie Smalls and Tupac, he's the guy that was portrayed by Omar Gooding and was arrested, for committing a bank robbery. Over $700,000 worth of money was never recovered. And there's another officer by the name of Rafael Perez who, went down for stealing pounds of cocaine from police evidence. And these guys, were tied to death row, were tied to Suge Knight, were tied, to the gang culture and all kinds of stuff, and said to basically have evidence out there tying them to all of this, but that the LAPD backed off, like, we can't have this come out. And something else that Sikorsky and Phil Carson are both saying is that Labyrinth, the book that an author and Russell Poole helped put together. I'm sure you guys all know who Russell Poole was. He was a detective. Also, he's in a lot of documentaries and portrayed in the Unsolved TV series and in City of Lies. He's played by Johnny Depp. He's played on the Unsolved series by one of them guys from, what's that family called on Always Sunny in Philadelphia? The old Poyles or whatever the hell their name is, who for years was out, putting out books, speaking, going to the police and trying to, solve this murder, and basically, was blacklisted for this, was kind of blackballed, pushed out of favor within the police department. And he always kind of claimed the same thing as what this FBI agent and this filmmaker are saying, that, whenever things pointed to anyone within the LAPD always got shook and fell back. Same thing, if you guys recall, within the Unsolved TV series, the officers, the task force that was put together to reinvestigate Biggie's killing, for the civil suit filed by Valletta Wallace, which it's really sad when you think about Biggie's mom, Valletta, at certain points in time, she was very, very optimistic that, Big's killer would be brought to justice, and, that didn't happen. She also got jerked around when it came to the civil suit. They would meet to try to come to agreements and terms on a settlement, and you know what I mean? It's a wild situation. But comment right now, guys, and let me know, if you're up on this information, what I'm talking about here. And if you feel confident that Biggie's, murder will ever be solved, or Tupac's for that matter. We've seen a lot of people come out and speak on that as well. Keefe D and many others. But at the end of the day, I personally really think, and I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that, but I really feel like these killings will remain unsolved. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of evidence, there's a lot of information floating around, but for whatever reason, these crimes aren't end up being solved. And I really do believe, from everything that I've seen, that I've read up on, from my research, I really do believe the LAPD was quite possibly involved in all this. I kind of feel like that just kind of goes without saying. But they do, like I said, reportedly say that there is all kinds of evidence out there to back all this up. They say the evidence from that task force that was investigating for the civil suit, that information is all sealed away, by a federal judge. But at the end of the day, all in all, even with these guys coming out and demanding justice and claiming they have this kind of information, we've heard a lot of stuff like this before. And, it doesn't really boost my confidence one bit that justice will be served. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. But they're flat out alleging this is no mystery what happened. That there is a lot of people out there within law enforcement that know good and well what happened. That the information and evidence is still out there strong enough to get a arrest and conviction. But, that the cover up remains strong still to this day. So tap in, guys. Hit the comments. Once again, this is Jay Coffee Talk. If you're new over here, we discuss a lot of different topics every day. Music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. It's all about hearing what you guys, the people, the audience, has to say. It's very interactive on this channel. So just chime in. Let's talk all about this below. If any of you guys enjoy this video and would like to dive deeper on further, aspects of what we're talking about here, please leave it in the comments, or just any other topics you'd like to maybe, do some videos on and, interact and discuss in them comment threads. Let that be known as well. And don't forget to stay tuned for those Jay Coffee Talk live streams where you could call in and chop it up with Jay Coffee Talk yourself. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, hit that like, guys. It's free. You know what I mean? It helps this channel progress and grow, as I love bringing you guys this content. So hit them buttons for me. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is all over the news in the last couple of days. And, I don't believe it really changes anything. Unfortunately, I really just don't think so. I think everyone who ever really got anywhere investigating what happened here was always kind of blocked and pushed out when they got to the part about police involvement. Now, I could be wrong, like I said, and if you think I am, please tap in below. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm very well aware that there is a lot of theories out there as to what happened. It runs very, very deep. But once again, Don Sikorsky, the filmmaker behind City of Lies, and ex-FBI agent Phil Carson, they basically said their theory, what they're saying now, what Russell Poole and that author that got together behind the book Labyrinth and the TV show. I'm not saying they're all saying that they're all 100% right, but basically they're saying that they're all kind of going down that same road and we're all shut out on their investigations. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. It's Jay Coffee Talk. Have a great day. Be safe, everyone. Peace.